Hello everyone, welcome back to my ant colony channel. If you're interested in the world of ants, or if you're also raising ants, don't forget to like and subscribe. Every little bit of support motivates me to keep sharing the stories of my ants. Click the subscribe button below and join our ant family to witness the growth and changes of these tiny lives. Not long ago, I suddenly became fascinated with raising ants. During this process, I not only gained enjoyment but also discovered the wonder and complexity of this micro world. Since I started raising ants, I've gradually introduced 3 ant colonies: Craftsman harvester ants, Turkestan ants, and Nicobar ants. At present, the Craftsman harvester ants have been with me the longest and are the most adaptable, while the Turkestan and Nicobar ants are newcomers that have been with me for less than a week. Though their world is fascinating, it is also full of challenges. First, the Craftsman harvester ants were the first colony I started raising. They've adapted to the environment over time, from initially having dozens of workers to now only a few remaining. This made me wonder whether the cause was environmental, or if their life cycle was simply coming to an end, leading to the gradual death of the workers. During this time, I've provided them with ample food and water, as well as created a comfortable environment for them, but the deaths of workers remain inevitable. The Nicobar ants are the colony I am most worried about. They've been with me for less than a week, but unfortunately, they've already experienced quite a bit of death and injury. This situation has made me feel quite anxious. Despite my efforts to avoid disturbing their life, maintaining a clean environment, and providing proper food and water, the worker ants' deaths continue. In contrast, the Turkestan ants seem to be doing better, with a lower death rate. Although I fed them locusts a few days ago, and a few worker ants died due to size differences, the rest of the workers are still in relatively good condition, showing strong vitality. Still, I remain puzzled. The deaths of the ants seem to become more noticeable around the 4th or 5th day of their arrival. This leads me to question whether it's the environment, the food, or perhaps the stress of living in a new habitat that is causing these deaths. After all, ants have different life cycles, and worker ants typically have shorter lifespans. Could it be that these deaths are just the natural course of their life cycle, or perhaps their immune systems have been compromised by the artificial environment, or the monotony of their lives is adding too much physiological stress? I've prepared 3 separate ant castles for them. While I've done my best to provide sufficient space and resources, their conditions still aren't ideal. The Craftsman harvester ants have the most spacious environment and the largest area to move around in, whereas the Turkestan and Nicobar ants have relatively smaller living spaces, with only basic accessories like a water dispenser and a food tray. In such a simple environment, their deaths seem inevitable, especially for the Nicobar ants, where the death rate is notably high. This has made me anxious, but I know that in artificial environments, the death rate of ants is generally high, particularly when they are still adjusting to their new homes. The good news is that the Craftsman harvester ants and Nicobar ants have already started laying eggs. This means that despite the deaths of some workers, the queens are still capable of reproducing, potentially bringing new life to the colonies. I remain hopeful for the Nicobar ants, as they've only just arrived, and with more time, they might have a better chance of stabilizing. As for the Turkestan ants, their situation is relatively better, and the workers' survival rate is quite stable. However, I still hope that they will adapt better to their new environment and that the death rate will decrease. However, the constant deaths of worker ants fill me with fear. Each day, a few workers pass away, and this causes me considerable anxiety. Are they dying because of the natural end of their life cycle, or is it because I haven't created an ideal environment for them? These questions confuse me, and after researching extensively and reading other keepers' experiences, it seems they haven't encountered similar situations. Perhaps this is just part of the growth process that every ant colony must go through. Just like in the natural world of ants, every colony faces life and death challenges. All I can do is be patient and continue doing my best to provide a good environment for them to thrive. I believe that ants are incredibly resilient creatures. In their world, despite the shadow of death, the surviving ants continue their duties and work tirelessly for the survival and growth of the colony. The worker ants that remain, despite facing various hardships, continue their tasks, and their determination and perseverance inspire deep admiration. While some workers pass away every day, the queen's condition remains relatively good, which gives me hope for the future of the colony. As long as the queen can continue laying eggs, the nest will welcome new life, and these new eggs represent the future hope of the colony. Through these observations, I've come to realize how complex and beautiful the ant world is. Ants are not as simple as we may think. They have their own social systems and rhythms of life. Every worker ant is working for the future of the colony, and despite death, they never abandon their responsibilities. In their world, the continuation of life is their ultimate goal, even if it's just for the arrival of tomorrow. As for the future of these ants, I remain optimistic. Although the current situation is not ideal, I believe that over time, they will gradually adjust to their new environment and grow stronger. I will continue to observe their progress and provide the best care possible, hoping that these ants will thrive under my care and eventually grow into a powerful colony. Over the next 3 months, and perhaps even longer, more changes may unfold, and I will continue to share the growth stories of these ant colonies. Here, I'd also like to ask all the ant enthusiasts to support the channel if you enjoy this tiny ant world. Don't forget to like and subscribe. The world of ants is full of mysteries and hopes. I hope my ant colonies will continue to grow and eventually realize the dream of transforming from small ants to a 1,000 ant tribe. Well, That's it for today's update. Thank you for your support and for following the journey of these tiny lives. In the future, how these three young colonies will develop remains to be seen. Stay tuned for my upcoming updates. I'll continue to document and share their stories, and together, we'll see if they can overcome their challenges and thrive into something even more magnificent. If you also love this tiny ant world, don't forget to give me a big thumbs up and subscribe. Every like and subscription not only helps me improve but also ensures you're the first to see the latest growth stories of these ants. In the future, our ant colony will grow stronger, and your support is the driving force behind our progress. Thank you for watching and supporting. Let's witness the miracles of these ants together.